Hello students. The next concept from first module of storage area network is evaluation of storage architecture. Here most of the storage architectures we call as server centric storage architecture. You can see the two categories here, server centric as well as storage or information centric storage architecture. Here in a first diagram there are departmental servers maintained, server centric data or related to data of particular department, data related to particular different department is stored separately in a department server, in a particular departmental server, and that is called as server centric. In case of storage centric, what happens is all the departmental servers are connected to common storage unit. That is what the key difference, very simple to understand. In server centric, what happens, data related to particular department is stored separately, or servers are maintained or storage devices are maintained internally to the departmental server. Whereas in case of storage centric architecture, see the diagram, all the departmental servers are interconnected to the common storage device. So it is called as storage centric or information centric. Okay, very simple concept. Data center infrastructure. Under that, next concept, first we need to study about the core elements of the data center. Core elements of the data center, some keywords we are studying. Application is nothing but a computer program that provides a logic for computing operation. Software, you can say. Next, database management system, DBMS, for organizing the structured data. Host or a computer, this is necessary. Network means what? Interconnecting path. And finally, the storage or storage devices for storing the data permanently. Got now? Here example of an online order transaction system is given. A client or user interface which will be connected to the host computer, which contains the operating system and DBMS, database management system, and all of the server, and that server will be connected to storage array somewhere else. For example, you are purchasing some item from online. In that case, what happens? Your system is connected to the host computer. Your system either it can be, or it can be your mobile device, okay, connected to over internet using application user interfaces or web browser, whatever. Your queries will be transferred to what? Host computer. Then the same will be forwarded to whom? Host computer of the server, actually Flipkart server or Amazon server, where data exactly stored in the storage array. So storage array is shown separately. Next, we have to study about the key characteristics of the data center. Data center characteristics, one of the very important concept. Availability of the data should be available throughout 24/7. Data should be secured, security policies to be implemented. Scalability means what? Updatability. Scalable, addition, it should support for addition. Next, performance, optimal performance we are expecting. Data integrity means confidentiality to be maintained, unauthorized access to be prevented and all. Next, capacity equal to adequate resources to store the process large amount of data efficiently. So capacity is processing of the large amount of the data. Manageability, a data center should provide easy and integrated management of all its elements. So finally, the key term used is manageability. contains all the 6 parameters like integrity, availability, security, capacity, scalability and performance together. If all the parameters are satisfied, then managing them will be easy. These are all the key 6 parameters. 6 plus 1 7 parameters are the key parameters, characteristics they are called as, or key requirements also. It's also called as key requirements for data center or characteristics of the data center. Next is managing a data center. Managing a data center involves many tasks. The key management activities includes the following. Key management activities includes the following parameters. The first one is monitoring. It's a continuous process of gathering information of various elements and services running in a data center. Monitoring, it is called as. The aspect of data center that are monitored include security, performance, availability and capacity. Next is reporting. It is done periodically on resource performance, capacity and utilization. Reporting tasks help to establish business justification and chargeback of costs associated with data center operation. Next is provisioning. It is a process of providing the hardware, software and other resources required to run a data center. It's called as provisioning. These are all the key parameters associated with the characteristics. So managing a data center involves these 3 tasks: monitoring, reporting and provisioning. Provisioning what? Provisioning of necessary resources. Monitoring the performance. Reporting what? Reporting the bugs or errors, whatever, right? Next is virtualization and cloud computing. Virtualization is a technique of abstracting physical resources such as compute, storage and network, making them appear as a logical resources. Physical resources are to be made as a appearing as a logical resources. That is what called as virtualization. There are many virtualization softwares available. Okay. Converting of or making appearance of physical resources to logical resources. Common examples of virtualizations are virtual memory used on compute systems and partitioning of raw disk. So physical disk of 1 TB may be divided into logical disk of 250 GB each. 250 GB each of 4 divisions can be made. So logically it appears as 4 different disks, but physically it existed as a single disk. That is what virtualization, students. Very simple concept. Got no? Physically your computer hard disk is also same, so single device it is, but logically how does it appears? Drive C, drive D, drive E, isn't it? Observe or check your laptop, you will come to know. So virtualization enables pooling of physical resources and providing an aggregated view of physical resources capabilities. For example, storage virtualization enables multiple pooled storage devices to appear as a single large storage entity. That's it. Okay. So these are all the some examples of IT industry and all given here. You can go through. And cloud computing is used to address this issue or challenge is nothing but arranging the logical resources as per the requirement of the IT industry. Physically they may be presented anywhere, but they should be organized logically as per the requirement or needs of the customer or IT industry infrastructure, right? This management task or challenge is handled by whom? It is handled by cloud computing environment. Okay. So we'll be studying much about the cloud computing environment here in the fourth module as well as on the fifth module. So this ends your first chapter of module 1. Module 1 contains important almost all the, some topics are not there, I'll let you know what are those, but almost all the topics from um, first four chapters. So among them the first chapter is completed. Okay, go through the textbook, watch the video repeatedly. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.